you'll get Lavina in here going, or you get somebody going, what's the topic? What's the topic?
There is no topic.
And we say the topic for today is
Bullshit?
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 Bullshit. Yeah, I got to get bullshit ready. Just in case I feel the need. The need for speed.
That's our topic for today.
Need for speed?
Bullshit? Bullshit.
Ain't anybody in here and you tell the motherfuckers that it's bullshit. Wait till you get some motherfuckers up in here before you start telling them that it's bullshit. Julie. Hey, mama. Kathy.
I know. Might not be a good turnout tonight. Everybody actually has a life.
And that's okay. They're allowed to. They are allowed to have a life. It's just you and I are not allowed to have one. Lavina, Kelly, Amanda,
hello, everyone.
Chrissy, Kelly. What do you got going on over there? Why are you head bobbing? That's my job. I do the head bobbing. Not only when I fall asleep, but when I do extracurricular activities too.
Yeah.
Are you practicing?
Like
are you practicing?
Like when you were going down on that chicken yesterday.
Okay, so I had a good time with the chicken. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the chicken. But you know, the one thing I regret about yesterday is when I had Mr. Chicken Leg in my wing and I'm sizing him up. I did not go, oh, papi chulo. Nobody does it quite like you.
I thought you did say that. I thought you went there.
I did not say, oh, papi chulo. Ay, papi! Chicken leg, papi!
You know, I sent out a message to that guy and I haven't heard a thing back. So,
well, you know, not everybody hangs out on Facebook. Okay? People do have a life. Especially one that's been shot in the face. I bet you that motherfucker's got more of a life than 10 of us put together. Either that, or he wants to see what you're all about. Like, watch a few episodes, maybe catch a couple of lives before he answers back. Hey, Maria. Kate! Kate's in the house. Did you ever think of that?
I'm not going to argue with a dude that got shot in the face. I'm not going to press him or anything.
Yeah, because I'll tell you right now. One, that motherfucker's got more balls than I do. Two, he's a hell of a lot luckier than I am. Because if I would have got shot in the face, one, I would not look near that pretty. Two, I highly doubt I'd survive. So, I mean, that motherfucker got it going on. He's got some charisma or some karma about himself.
Now, that's a survivor. If I ever saw one.
Exactly.
So, Lavina's having surgery. You know what it sucks about when you break, when you break an arm? Even though it's already broken, they have to break it in order to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes there's no surgery. They'll just grab your arm and they're like, all right, come over here. And they'll hold
that
you down.
Motherfucker right back in the socket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, eyes.
And that's what sucks about broken limbs. And even the shoulder back in the socket thing, boy, that hurts nasty.
Well, and you know, when they put shit back in the socket, and even when they have to re-break shit, that's because the second it starts breaking, you know, a minute or two later, it starts healing itself. Yeah. You know, all the little red blood cells go to where they're supposed to go and start mending and knitting shit back together. You know, so they got to re-break shit to put it, because even though the little red blood cells are doing what they're supposed to be doing, the shit's not set where it's supposed to be set.
Yeah. And the worst part is, when they reset the broken limb and it didn't set right, they got to break it again and set it again.
Yeah. Or you know, and if it won't stay there, then they gotta you know, put nuts and bolts and screws and braces and brackets and pins and rods and
Pins and yeah, it looks like you got an antenna hanging off your arm. Like,
yeah, you're all fucked up. Hey, hang that shit up. ET phone home.
yeah. Did you pick up international radio on that thing or what? Jesus.
Hey, Felicia.
Yeah, that sucks. But surgery will be fine. I'm sure they'll fix you up real good.
But like Kate says, breaks are the worst. I can't take away, but pain pills are the best. Give me a good pain pill and I'm good to go.
Yeah. Hurry up and do my surgery so you can give me the pills.
Yeah. Don't give me that fucking morphine drip because I tend to push that button a little too much and then I puke all over the goddamn place.
They don't do that anymore, do they? Let you medicate yourself while you're in
the last
hospital?
surgery I had, they did. And I tried telling them that I needed something for nausea. And they're like, they pulled up the report on the motherfucker, and they're like, well, of course you're nauseous. You hit your button 100 times in the past 2 hours. She says, you can't have that much morphine. I'm allergic to fucking morphine. Didn't you read the motherfucker? It makes me sick.
That's when it's like, don't push the button too much. It's like, well, don't leave it by my bed, god damn it.
Don't leave me in control of the
But
fucking airplane.
Like a freaking video game. I'm gonna be, I don't feel nothing yet. I mean, I still feel it.
Exactly. And it's like, you know, is this just for the mind or am I actually getting anything here? Oy vey.
So I told Bam, I'm like, we don't have to talk about that woman tonight. If it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up. Or we could talk about her in general. I don't need to see a video per se.
We could talk about her. We could talk about what type of human she is or lack thereof.
She's a... God, where do we begin?
She's a man's man.
Where do we begin? I don't know. We don't have to talk about her.
How do you describe Vanessa in one word?
Good question. That's the question of the night.
That's 3 words. No more GCs. That's 3 words.
Oops. I put this in the wrong spot. What did she say? Oh, yeah.
Oh, psycho fits. Definitely, DD. Psycho fits. Delusional. Absolutely. She looked greasy today.
If you had to describe her to someone, like you're in the elevator, you know, the whole elevator push thing, the elevator pitch, where you're with some people for like 5 or 6 floors. You only got, a minute.
Okay, so what's the goal? I mean, do you want a positive goal to where they like want to watch her, or is the goal like, oh yeah, you got to stay away from this woman, and this is why?
No, it's like you want them to come to the show and watch, but they have to know why. And I can describe her. You can almost describe her the way they describe movies. Like when you go to the movie, you're watching previews. You'll laugh, you'll cry, bloodshed.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll poke out your own fucking eye, and you'll split open your brain and start eating it because you can't believe half the shit that comes out of her fucking mouth. Kate, I actually know that in sign language.
Oh, the words are coming in, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Shannon just got nothing. Shannon Melton got nothing.
Yeah, that's that. This is pretty direct right there.
Yeah.
Psycho. Delusional. Greasy. What is that? Is that
Twat
the
waffle.
Was that the
That's
symbol?
a twat waffle.
Greasy is another one.
Well, you know, when you tend not to shower for decades at a time.
What's AH? Oh, a-hole, I imagine. Right?
Possibly.
No? That's what I'm guessing.
Stinky girl.
Troll.
Smelly cat. What are they feeding you?
Demons. Smelly cat. Demonic.
That's
is a good one.
That was the first episode I ever watched of fucking Friends. Phoebe in the bar up on stage singing Smelly Cat.
You know,
And I watched very few episodes ever since.
I've never seen an episode of Friends ever.
The Smelly Cat is iconic.
Disgusting. Trainwreck. Psycho. That's a good one. What is this? What is that?
What? TNUC. The nut. Oh. See you next Tuesday backwards.
Oh. Got it. Pathetic, disturbed. Oh, yes. Yeah, you guys are good to figure that out. I would have been like, the nut, the...
Well, I did the nut, and then when I got to you, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, and then I seen the same, like, got it.
Damn. Couldn't describe her. Not without going into something. You can't just say she's nuts, because then they're like, yeah, well, there's a lot of nutty people.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazies out there, but yeah, you get nut job just doesn't cover it. I mean, it's got to be
Spank that like button. Spank it. Spank the like button.
spank the hell out that ass.
It's okay, Rob. You can say that.
Hey, Kay.
So racist, yeah.
She's definitely racist. Lucifer. I don't know if I could take the devil from where he's at and take him that low. I mean, Lucifer. I mean, you got some status with the name Lucifer and Beelzebub. I mean, you got some status there, and to put her up there, yeah, no, no, you don't want to exalt that bitch that fucking high.
So are you saying she's way, way, way lower than Lucifer?
Oh, absolutely.
Damn. Like they say with a hardcore criminal, somebody that's no good, lock him under the freaking jail.
Never find him again.
Antichrist, psycho, scary, twat waffle, yeah. Racist, yep. Hey Shannon, yep. Indescribable, that's a good one too.
That is a good one.
Describe one word I said the other night with approval of the ladies. What do you say? Did he say the C word also? I think so. That's the only word I could think of that you need to get approval from the females. Because it's not a word you just throw around. Pathetic knob jockey.
You know, if I was ever hard up and I did not have two hands, and that was the only knob jockey in the world, I think I'd be like, yep, nope, not going to happen. I'll just suffer.
Soulless, yep. Cassie says, why isn't she in jail yet? I can't wait till she opens up her stupid mouth to Big Bertha.
Yeah, then she's really going to know what a beating is.
I remember that one time. I remember one time when she was in jail, and they took a picture of her, and you can tell she was in jail because her hair was completely braided. It was completely braided.
Oh, so she found a little girlfriend there to brush and comb and braid her hair. Troglodyte. Troglodyte.
What the heck is that?
That is a Neanderthal, a cave person. Troglodyte.
A member of any various peoples, as in antiquity, who lived or were reputed to live chiefly in caves. So like a Neanderthal, like a caveman, like a...
I know I'm mispronouncing it, but the only reason I know the definition of that word is Studio 54. When they were invited to dinner. Yeah, you wouldn't have watched it. It had my
Actually,
woman.
I saw it. I just can't remember it.
Oh, it's a good movie. But anyways, what's her nuts? The big boobs, the long dark hair, this Hispanic lady that I like that I can't think of her name, Selma Hayek. She actually told Ryan Felipe the definition of it.
Was that Mike Myers in that movie?
Yes, I believe he was in that movie.
As the Studio 54 guy?
Yeah.
I think you're pathetic, revolting. Let's see. Bam, I can sign all these words. Can you sign all those dirty words? So do sign language people, the people who know sign language, do they, like any other language or race of people, do they always tell you what the bad words are first, all the cuss words in sign language? Yeah.
You know what that is?
Yeah, somebody. I used to know. I can't remember.
That's fuck.
You think this would be?
Well, no. This is asshole. Asshole. Okay. And if this is asshole and this is a dick, you're fucking somebody in the ass, right?
Is this the actual sign for asshole? For
yeah, and you want to know how I learned that one? Mr. Holland's Opus, or Mr. Holland's Opus. Mr. Holland's Opus, another musical. He had a deaf son. His son went like this to his dad, and he had to ask his wife what that meant, and she's like, "That's asshole." Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, Joe.
That's the word you gotta learn, Bam.
Jojo and the Hizzy Beans in the house.
That's the word you gotta learn, man. Pendeja.
I know pendeja.
Pendeja.
Is asshole.
No, that's not what that means, but well, I don't know about floppy anymore because now they're floating, maybe. I don't know. Flotation.
Well, they're still crooked. No, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they're still crooked. Banshee, I don't know if that fits her. I mean, do you really want to exalt her again to that level? You know what a Banshee is, right?
Probably. Is there an actual definition?
It's a screaming demon that screams at the top of its lungs before it kills.
Is a female spirit in Irish folklore who heralds the death of a family member, usually by screaming, wailing, shrieking, or keening. Wasn't there a song or a movie or something of the Banshees or something? Or a term or something?
Well, it was in Charmed. One of the Charmed ones turned into a Banshee. She's like a hemorrhoid. She acts an ass. 5150. Oh, you got to look at your phone for that one.
$51.50 is a number of the section of the Welfare and Institutions Code, which allows an adult who is experiencing a mental health crisis to be involuntarily detained for 72-hour psychiatric hospitalization when
she definitely belongs there.
evaluated to be a danger to others, to himself or herself, or gravely disabled.
She definitely belongs there. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff.
That's funny. I thought 5150 was like a police term, like a
Man with a gun.
yeah, or officer down. Misery, not job. Yeah. Section 28. Sadistic.
Thank you, Michelle.
The village idiot. Like that one.
Village hoe.
Possessed. Exorcism.
Court jester. Well, she definitely a joke, but she doesn't make anybody laugh. Well, she makes me laugh sometimes.
But she is entertainment. She's entertainment.
This is true.
A disease. There you go.
Hello, Janet.
Oh, Janet. Irredeemable.
I'd buy that for $1.
UFO. Something tells me it does not mean unidentified flying object. Lunatic.
Hey, Chris.
You can add that to the list. So anyway, I thought about, I showed a video earlier where she was live. Bone ugly. Bone ugly. But I was like, obviously, I'm not going to show that video again. It was a short video, but it's like...
Chalk itch.
Damn.
Afterbirth.
I think what did I call her today? I called her... No, I said she probably smells like... I said swamp ass with testicle juice mixed with a little bit of garlic.
Oh, it wouldn't be a little bit. I mean, we've seen how much garlic she put in that thing she called breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lilia Stackhouse. Hey there, Dr. Cherie Thomas.
Where's Dr. Cherie? Where's Cherie at? I didn't see her.
Oh, that's who braided her. You have that picture up on your page, don't you? Probably do.
Well, if that's the case, then you know that she set that up all by herself. Because how are you going to let the person jumped up and down on your face for 4 hours straight, or 6 hours or 8 hours, whatever the fuck it is? How are you going to let that person touch your hair?
Yeah. They're beating you with a tree branch, and then they're fucking braiding your hair.
Yeah. Botched boobs.
I'm looking for the picture. No More Cheesky's Lies has about 8 billion photos and screenshots. And
yeah, she does.
They do. They got a bunch of you name it. Yeah, I'm looking.
Are you looking? Look a little harder. Look a little quicker. Look a little faster. You think we got all night? We don't.
Oh, yeah. I should be asleep already.
Oh, got to go to work at 5 a.m. again?
Yep.
What time is it? I have no
9.
idea. It is 9 o'clock. Yeah, I took the little kids to Elgin today. They fucking cracked me up. So, I was playing my best friend, my iPod, who is still working until it gets fixed. Still working. And I have, I don't know, probably anywhere between 5,000 to 6,000 songs on here. And it's a mixture of the 70s all the way up till today. And
Thank you for that. Yeah.
One of the songs comes on, Funky Town by Lips Incorporated.
Good song.
It is a good song. 10 of these fucking kids were singing that song. And the song probably came out, I'm guessing, 1979-ish. 78, 79.
Funky Town came out in 79.
God, it's amazing I can remember that shit. Can't tell you what I did yesterday, but I can remember what year a song comes out.
79. Yeah, very good.
It just fucking floored me that these kids knew the words to this fucking song. Blew me away. But then on the way home, we drive past the riverboat. And I hear a kid go, "What's that thing?" Never in his life has he ever seen a picture of a riverboat.
Oh.
And this is like one of the riverboats that you would see on the Mississippi back in like the early 1900s, the big old paddle boat and everything.
Yeah. The paddle wheel on the back, the big giant paddle wheel.
And he's like, "What's that thing?" But you know the song to fucking Funky Land or Funky Town. Oh, cracks me up, these kids.
Anyway, I forgot what she was. I don't know what she was in jail for that time.
That particular moment in time. It could be a billion things. It could be, a cop pulled me over and they smelled marijuana. It could be stalking. It could be, well, I told somebody to fuck off and they kicked me out of their restaurant, yada, 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 and it turned into this, that, and the other thing. I mean, you don't know what the fuck she's been in jail for.
That could have been an arrest they just gave her.
For no fucking reason. Just because they were bored. Yeah. Let's go arrest Vanessa because we have nothing better to do today. Okay. Sounds like a good time. Put her in
prison for no reason.
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd arrest a bitch too, just because I'm bored. Who's in MCL?
No more Cheeseke's lies.
Oh, okay. She admitted to judge she wouldn't pass a piss test.
So she was, but she was in there. So she could have avoided going in there. If she would have been clean, she would not have gone to jail. Instead, she just said, "Hey, I'm not going to pass," and he said, "Hey, then you're going to jail."
Okay, there's a small chance you could pass. So, me and this one kid, years ago, we were driving to go to a job site. This is when I worked construction. And we was partaking in a little bit of 420 action on the way down.
Oh.
And,
pothead.
Next day, lo and behold, there was a drug test. And it took roughly about 10 days for your drug test to come back. This motherfucker passed. I failed.
He passed and you failed.
Yeah.
Whoops.
But hey, I got 9 days worth of pay out of it.
9 days.
9 days.
See, I don't think I would anyway, but I'm glad I've worked in positions where they drug test you and you can't be doing that stuff.
Well, if Biden gets his way, they're going to bring marijuana down to where an Advil is as far as drug classification.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so that'll take it out of that category, so it doesn't matter. Anybody can do it. But the funny thing about marijuana is if 90% of today's kids are smoking weed, and even like a couple of generations before them, everybody's fucking high and checked out. You know how easy it is to control a motherfucker when they're high and checked out and they have absolutely no sense of reality? That's why they want to change the fucking classification of that drug. Not to mention, people that smoke marijuana tend to be a lot more suicidal, depressed. I mean, granted, it does have good health benefits to it, especially for people with seizures, chronic pain. It's got some good shit to it, but most of it, bad.
Do you think weed should be just decriminalized everywhere?
I think it should be controlled like alcohol. Should it be decriminalized? I mean, it is.
I mean, for the most part, where you legalize it, you're decriminalizing it. I'm assuming that's what's happening there.
Oh yeah, and like the state of Illinois, when they legalized it, everybody that's been convicted for a marijuana offense, it's been stricken from their record. Okay, yeah. I get that now that it's legal. Moving forward, you can't be convicted for it unless you have over the allotted amount, which I think is an ounce or something. But everything in the past, really, you're gonna spend all kinds of money and man hours to remove it from people's records. Fuck you, it's in the past.
Right.
And they didn't go back just like 2 or 3 years. They went back 20, 15, 30 fucking years. Okay, if it's 30 fucking years, people don't fucking care about it. I don't get it.
Just
personally, I don't see the.
Just
the
let them out of jail, but leave whatever's there on their record. Just leave it there.
Exactly, and it's the employer's choice to. Yeah. I mean, personally, I don't see the appeal in it. I mean, I can't stand the smell of it.
I like going to Denver, but one of the things I did not like about Denver
was the smell.
That smell is in the air everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And you take an Uber, and the dude was just...
Oh, yeah.
Because it smells you in there. And it's like, oh, man, I feel good. But it's a strong... I don't know how to describe it. It's like a combination of a skunk and...
And the funny thing is,
skunk and weed. I don't know.
When you sign up to be a Lyft and Uber driver, it says right there you are not allowed to smoke in your vehicle. Right there in the rules and regulations that you agree to, you cannot smoke in your vehicle.
Go to Denver. You'll sit in there, and it's the dude's practically smoking with you in the car. That's how strong it is. He was just doing it.
Yeah, I mean...
and they used to do it cab drivers used to do it in Chicago. And then they would take this little bottle of, I don't know what it is, kind of spray. And right before you got in, they're like...
And that's why every cab smells like dead feet.
Dead feet.
Every cab I ever got into smells like dead feet.
But that's the thing, Jojo. I don't know if you've been to Denver or not, or lately or whatever, but it's everywhere, man. And then, of course, now Illinois is like that. When I was in Chicago over the summer, it's like that everywhere. You can smell it in the air all over the place. And I'm just not a fan of we'll call it an aroma.
It's a scent to be desired, that's for sure. To be honest with you, I think I would rather smell nasty ass than fucking marijuana.
You would rather smell fat cat's butthole instead of some weed in the air?
Oh yeah. Like today when after the game, 50 fucking 15-year-olds piled on my fucking bus after sweating for 4 hours. I mean, let me tell you, the aroma wasn't pleasant, but I'd rather smell that over fucking marijuana.
Well, both could be equally offensive, I suppose.
I just can't stand the smell of it. It's stomach turning. It's revolting, and it's probably worse for an ex-smoker. I mean, somebody that's never smoked versus an ex-smoker. It's probably 10 times worse for an ex-smoker.
Oh, I know. Yeah, there are people who smoke it. And I don't care if they smoke it.
Yeah, I don't care if they smoke it either. I just don't want to smell it.
I don't like the smell of it. Yeah, you read that right, Bam.
Read what right?
No, never mind then.
Oh, it's over here.
Is illegal in Oregon, and seriously, the smell is not bad. It depends. It depends what do you call them? There's different variations, different types. Some are stronger than others.
There is. There's a billion different types of marijuana out there.
And some of them are real strong.
They actually have some called skunk weed. Well, of course, if it's called skunk, you know that motherfucker stinks.
Skunk weed. Gummies, soft gels, oils all have no smell. But if you do gummies and all that stuff, that's detectable, isn't it? Like in a drug exam, in a drug test?
Well, yeah, because it's got THC. Now, the one thing I want to know about is the CBD. Now, because they have CBD and then they have this other shit. Okay, so does CBD have THC in it? And if you take CBDs, can you pass a drug test, or are you going to fail the motherfucker?
Which is a component that actually gets you in trouble legally?
THC. Which is, I guess it's what the oils of the plant goes through as it hangs out in the sunlight.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of, I know it's been around me all my life. Not all my life, but it's been around, and you smell it here and there. And some of my friends did it, but I never felt the need to. Oh yeah, let me try that. I want to know. Never even smoked a cigarette.
Well, you're not missing much there.
Yep, cigars are my thing.
What are you?
Yeah,
right
see
now?
that you would rather smell twat waffles swamp ass than some Mary Jane.
Personal choice. Okay, I can. It's worse for ex-smokers. Just like when I walk by somebody that's smoking a cigarette, oh god, the smell is just so revolting, so nauseating for me because I used to smoke.
Like
and when I say I used to smoke, I mean, I would smoke. I shit you not. I am not lying when I say this. Every morning before I would even get in the shower, I would smoke a half pack of cigarettes. That's 10 fucking cigarettes every morning before I even got in the shower. Another half pack of cigarettes driving from my house to work.
Dang.
I would smoke.
That's like a chain smoker.
Easy 3 packs of cigarettes a day. So I was a heavy ass smoker.
Some of them are like Marlboro.
Oh yeah, that's all I smoked was Cowboy Killers.
Nasty smell. You know which one are some of them are I could tolerate a little bit? The menthol ones.
Ugh.
Or like the Virginia Slims.
The only time I could smoke a menthol cigarette is when I had a cold, because otherwise everything tasted burnt, except the menthol.
Cheap weed is the nastiest smell. I don't even know what that crap costs.
Well, you probably don't want to know after the government taxes the hell out of it.
I mean, do you know what it costs? Like on the street versus you go to Illinois or.
Well, I remember back when I was in junior high, and I'm not telling you what fucking year that was, but I mean, a dime bag costs you $10, and you can get 3, sometimes 4 joints out of it. And I'm not talking a pen joint. I'm talking like a pencil-sized joint. So I mean, you get a decent-sized fucking joint for a dime bag.
For a dime bag.
Yep, $10.
So a single smoke, we'll say, for $10.
Well, we'd get 4 joints out of a dime bag. Quarter ounce cost us $25.
Yeah, I know. I get that. And I don't have a problem if somebody's got cancer or some kind of chronic pain and they got to smoke that stuff.
Oh, you know, like I said, there's
Smoke
a
away.
lot of medical benefits to it. But for being just sitting around all day and smoking it recreational, you motherfuckers sit there and smoke and smoke and smoke and smoke. It fucks with their brains.
$97. Yeah, I don't know. It was like 100 degrees today. Here it's been on one or the other side, a degree or two. On
A quarter ounce now is
degrees.
$35, so it's gone up $10 since the 70s.
Rather smell smoke than badass. But yeah, me too. I'll take smoke. I know badass won't kill you when you smell it, and smoke can, secondhand smoke. But I think I'd rather smell smoke.
It's worse for ex-smokers. I'm telling you guys. What you guys smell and what ex-smokers smell are 2 different things.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. You know which cigarettes smell good? Like when you buy tobacco and you roll your own cigarette. Have you ever smelled that?
Oh, I have.
My friend used to smoke that, and he used to make them. I thought he was making weed, but he's like, no, it's just tobacco. And he'd roll it up and light it up, and it would smell like tobacco, just like a cigar smell like pure tobacco.
Ew, cigars. There are some cigars that don't smell bad, especially if it has like a cherry smoke to it. Those smell okay.
Drug testing for employment in legal states usually don't fail you. Oh. So Illinois, Colorado, where else is it legal? California, right? Oops. Hang on, let me. Well, I don't know if this is true.
What?
That comment right there from Sam Gardner.
So does smoking weed. Haven't you ever seen that commercial with the egg frying in butter? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah, but is marijuana really a drug? Like,
oh, it's a
not
drug.
Like, yeah, but it's not like meth, crystal meth.
Doesn't matter. It's a mind-altering drug. it affects your brain. Anything that is mind altering affects your brain. In my opinion. I don't know whether I'm right or wrong, but that's my opinion.
See, people who always smoked it, at least back when I remember as a teenager, they always said that smoking marijuana took away it mellowed you out so much. It took away your desire to do stuff.
Well, it definitely hinders your reactions from your brain to get into, like if you're driving a car and you see something, it takes longer for your brain to tell you to slow down or brake than it does if you weren't smoking. So your reaction time is a lot longer.
Yeah, I don't think alcohol. I don't know. It depends how much alcohol you do, I suppose.
Well, and then it also depends on how much alcohol you drink on a daily basis.
That's what I mean. How much you consume, whether it's
right.
If you
because
drink,
that's going to be different for everybody. But the marijuana thing, I don't know if that's just because I smoke like 7 ounces a day is going to change your reaction time. And then tomorrow you wake up and you just hit the joint like 3 times and you're like, yeah, dude, fucking Bob Marley here, man.
Because I think weed definitely mellows you out, like immediately. It's not like you take a pill and you got to wait for 3 hours to get mellowed out.
Yeah,
weed mellows you out as soon as it absorbs into your system. And
instantly. Alcohol, pills, and everything else takes a little bit to get.
And you stay like that as long as you keep smoking it. So if you smoke it a lot, I think, generally speaking, unless I'm wrong, anybody can tell me because I've never done it, you're mellowed out. I mean, you can mellow out. You can stay mellowed out perpetually.
Yeah, fucking Bob Marley situation. You're like, hey, man. Come and sit down, man, and we'll pass the peace pipe.
So you can't do weed. They'll test you, right?
Oh yeah, we have randoms.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, every day at work, I hear somebody being called in. Hey, come and see me after morning route. You've been pulled for random.
And I can see that when you're driving a bunch of little kids, those lives are in your hands. They want you completely coherent. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I believe the alcohol messes with your brain cells unless you're a hardcore. I mean, you drink scotch and bourbon and a lot of that stuff straight. Like every day, like an alcoholic every day. I mean, because I could drink a rum and coke every day. I think
alcohol messes with your brain. I think it does. I'm almost positive it does.
You think it does actual damage, long-term damage to your brain?
Oh yeah.
You think so?
Why? Why do I think so? Because alcohol gets in your blood. Your blood goes throughout your whole entire body, through your brain, through your heart, everywhere. So it's going to get absorbed in pretty much everywhere it goes. So yeah, alcohol is going to fuck with your brain. Hey, Chuck.
Speaking of, excuse me. Virginia Slims 100. Yes, that was the one. I smelled that a long time ago for a good while. And for some reason, it was, I don't like smoke. But if I had to choose between smelling Virginia Slims or Marlboro, I'll choose to smell the Virginia Slims.
You know, my friend Kathy, she used to smoke these things that look like little fucking twigs. Some cigarette that looked like a twig. I mean, they were like this fucking long. And God, I can't even describe how thin it was. I mean, it looked like a little fucking stick. Capris, yes, that's them. Those little fucking things are. I mean, I can't even. I mean, they were really thin.
Yeah, I remember hearing about Capris.
It's a good pizzeria here in town where I live, till they burnt down.
You see, I don't demonize it. I think I used to because when you were,
Oh,
decades
Chuck, I'm
ago.
sorry to hear that.
Wait, what happened? I'll get to that in a minute. When you're growing up, everything is, oh, don't do drugs, and marijuana was categorized. It might as well have been put in the same category as, crack or meth. But when you grow up, you learn that it's like smoking tobacco.
Sorry, I just read I's comment.
Yeah, you gotta. When you're gonna cough loud, or you mute your mic.
No.
You gotta coughers.
Trying to fucking kill me, Eyes? I mean, Christ, I already have asthma and COPD, and you want me to fucking smoke weed just to make you laugh?
Oh, that's why I asked. Do you get tested? Could be, yeah. I want to see you do food porn while you got.
Motherfucker, empty.
That's what you got in the inhaler, isn't it? You got weed in there.
They make them that way.
Yeah, I used to demonize it, but now it's like I don't even think people should get arrested because they're carrying a joint or two. That's dumb. It's a waste of resources. We're filling up the jail system because a guy had a cigarette in his cap. I think that's dumb. I think it's, yeah. Uh-oh.
Oy vey.
Oh, okay, Bam. Private message here, buddy.
I'm there. I don't see it.
Hang on.
Oh, sweet Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Nope, not gonna happen. No, I would never do that. Why the fuck do you want me to do that?
Do what?
What you just said to me.
What'd I say to you?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm just fucking with everybody.
Are you smoking shit now? Is that what you're doing?
No.
You're on something right now.
I'm high on life.
All right, there you go. Okay.
Who? Oh.
Oh, man, don't say that, Chuck. Are you for real? What are you going to do about that, Chuck?
Yeah, that sucks, Chuck.
What are you going to do, Chuck? I can't have you not be here. You got to be here. You got to be here.
We got to keep you, dude. Ooh. Okay, so the 3D printers can print organs now. Have them print your new fucking liver, dude.
Can they print livers?
Well, they can print hearts and lungs. Why can't they print a fucking liver?
Have you seen this video going around where there's like 3 globs of meat? It looks like piles of little meat on a table, like on some kind of scientist table. And they take one and they take another glob of meat and they plug them together, and the freaking thing starts beating. And they're like, "This is a heartbeat. This is a heart. We can put this in somebody's chest." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And then he connects another part and he goes, "And that's the lungs. That's the lungs breathing." And you see them breathing.
Normal cheat skis. I am
private message.
I am answering that and through instant messenger. So that's where you can find the answer to that.
So Chuck, what's your status like right now? Like right now at 9:32 p.m. What's your status?
Cocktailed.
Quit smoking cigars over 3 years ago. Did it cold turkey. Rough. I'm glad I did. So I had a friend who was on cigarettes. Tried to quit. It was a lady.
I told you he was cocktailed, having a Jack and 7.
It was a lady who was trying to quit. She went to hypnotism to quit. And it worked for a little while. But eventually it like wore off or something. So that she tried to quit again. And talk about becoming the biggest bitch. Very rude, unpleasant.
People that are
like,
addicted to a substance will become extremely outspoken, mean, vindictive. Some become violent, but not many. But you're definitely outspoken and, dare I say, cuntish when they quit that substance. I mean, you don't want to be around that motherfucker.
No, and it was not pleasant. And I decided to keep my distance. I'm like, you're being a real, sorry, excuse my language. You're being a real fucking bitch lately. I'm trying to help you through this. And I don't know if you're that the cigarettes got you that messed up where you can't realize how you're being. And I was like, yeah, bye.
No more
Bartles and
GTs.
James.
Did you find that answer to your question?
Bartles and James. Remember Bartles and James? You remember
Bartles and James? Yes, I remember them.
Was that the first wine cooler that ever came out? Bartles and James?
I think so.
Yeah. No More Cheesekeys RGV edition. The same as No More Cheesekeys Lies or what? Get through some more of these. We're gonna wrap it up pretty soon. I started smoking pot at 40. Now in the process of stopping. Why do people stop smoking it? That's what I want to know.
Lung issues, asthma,
it's like
COPD.
smoke. Yeah.
I mean, it's not good for your lung. Anything that you smoke or ingest through your lungs is not good for your fucking lungs.
See, but the problem is, and I get that. I believe marijuana.
That beer was nasty.
I believe marijuana to be. Don't jump so far ahead in the comments. Let me get over there. Marijuana, like cigars, pure tobacco, pure whatever weed is. In a cigarette, there's like 10% tobacco. The rest is all fucking chemicals.
Well, that's because they treat their tobacco with, anti-bug stuff. And then, it's dry and you got rats peeing all over it, pooping on it. Cats doing the same thing, chasing the rats around the tobacco barns in Kentucky. Well, it's drying. So you're smoking all the chemicals they spray on the leaves to keep the insects from eating it. Then you're smoking rat piss and rat shit and cat piss and every other kind of piss there is. So, I mean, this is stuff that's not meant to be smoked, and you're smoking this shit. And that's the one thing. Years ago, they used to have these commercials called Truth commercials. And they did a lot of anti-smoking and anti-cigarette commercials. And the one thing that sticks out was, and if you've ever walked into somebody's house and you know instantly if they have a cat. You know instantly they got a cat because you can smell cat piss. And this Truth commercial told me that you were smoking rat feces and cat feces and rat urine and cat urine because they are in these barns and they're peeing on the leaves. And then from the barn, it doesn't get washed. It goes straight to the chopping plant and the sort wherever. It goes straight to there after it's dried. And you're smoking all that shit.
You're talking about in cigarettes?
Yeah. And when I quit smoking, and there was, even till today, I get a craving for smoke or nicotine. Even today, and I'm 15, 20 years smoke free.
Mm.
I think 15. Even today, I get a craving, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to smoke that fucking cat piss. I can't do it. And it's just, yep. It's just, ugh.
I thought they would control that. Like, you can't. They're not going to let animals roam around and piss on stuff. And
Okay, well, evidently you've never been to or through Kentucky. When
I have.
Okay, so
It's a lot of tobacco.
you've seen barns on the side of the road with like holes in them and boards missing and things, thinking that they were just rundown barns. That's there's tobacco in there drying.
So that's the small tobacco grower.
Yeah, those are the ones that have the leaves and they're just hanging there from the ceilings or wherever, and they're just drying.
Rachel, sorry to hear about your sister. It's a lot of people don't know fentanyl is nasty. I mean, it only takes a few grains. It's like sand.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
And they say like 2 grains or 3 grains of fentanyl is enough to kill you. And then you think about, they sprinkle this stuff like it was sugar or salt on stuff when they mix it. And that's why people die. That's terrible. That is horrible. Sorry to hear that. That's why you always have to synth. Synth?
Synthetic.
Oh. And then you got that vape stuff. I don't know. I'll stick to my, once a year cigars, and I'm okay.
I've seen you smoke more than once a year.
Shut up.
Maybe it's once a year now.
Yeah. Oops. Good night, Maria Dillon. Scotland? What time is it in Scotland?
Got to be 7 hours in front of us.
It's got to be morning, right? It's morning over there?
Probably 4 in the morning.
Those who demonize it haven't tried it as an adult. I stopped smoking a few years ago and I'm 60 years old. Yeah, if you want to stop, you stop. That's all.
It's not that easy.
You want to stop. Yeah, I don't demonize it no more. I don't know. I don't think it should be freaking illegal. Now they want to make it illegal if you don't do it. Pay taxes on it, like liquor, like bootlegging. Remember?
Yeah, those fucking moonshiners. They had a scam there.
Yeah. 7 and 7. Nice.
Jack and 7.
Nice. Close enough. Yeah. Ancient history. 1995.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, this person was you know how you could tell it came time to move. I was helping her move from apartment to apartment. And when she took the paintings off her wall, which looked white, the paintings come off and you can see the outline of what used to be there, and there's white behind it, and the rest of the wall is yellow.
Yeah. And then like
stuffed animals were yellow, white bunny rabbits were yellow, and you don't see this until you take them outside into the sunlight, and you're like, man, that rabbit's yellow. It looked white inside.
Or you'll go into the bathroom and you'll be like on the commode, and you look up at the ceiling and you see black stuff, or not black. It's like a really deep golden honey brown liquid dripping down your walls, and you're like, what the fuck is that? And it's not a liquid. It's condensation from the shower. It's steam that hit the walls, and attached itself to the nicotine and it turned into a liquid, and now you got this brown shit running down your walls, and you're like,
That's true.
That's really fucking disgusting.
That's very true. And all I could think of when I saw all that what you said and what I just said, all I could think of was, damn, that shit is in your lungs.
Yeah. Not to mention tar. I don't know. They don't actually put tar in nicotine. I think the tar comes from a buildup of smoke in your lungs, kind of like a tar and sticky situation.
Love that picture, by the way. We're talking about weed. My mom has COPD. She had lung cancer at the time. Okay, cool. Caught it early. That's good. Bam was describing Vanessa in withdrawal. Calm down. How many different things do you think she's on? And she does take stuff. I don't care what she says. She's not gonna.
Well, we know she snorts something. So she could be snorting coke. She could be snorting a crushed up pill. She's snorting something. We've seen her smoke out of a glass pipe. We know she was on some sort of painkillers from her tit surgery that's gone awry.
Classic video of hers. More people should see it. Oh, hang on. I gotta read this message I'm getting. So anyway.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Like she thinks people are stupid enough not to know what she just did.
I could almost believe that.
Adderall is one. All right.
So she probably smashing that up in her molar that she was making breakfast in Dude's kitchen, smashing a pill up in that, and then putting little lines out there going, ah.
I want to know, what is it that she's taking that makes her so freaking angry and dropping F-bombs all over the place? Do you think that's something that she's taking? Or is
not taking anymore?
Or not taking? Like a withdrawal symptom or something?
Somebody's laughing at me because I called it a molar. I know the name of it, but it's not coming to me.
Yeah. Molar.
Is it a molar?
Sounds right.
You know, like that bowl thing that people in India use it to grind their spices in it too. Years ago, chemists used to do that.
I'm looking for it. You see, when I look up molar, I get teeth.
Yeah. Mortar and pestle. Thank you, Dana.
Yeah, okay. Damn, that's a fancy one. They're brass ones.
Oh, I've seen. I used to have one. Well, my mom had one that was made out of marble, and it was beautiful.
Close, Oriana, close. Molar, same thing.
No more cheat skis. Did you see that answer to your question in your instant messenger?
Downers after Adderall, but what are downers? See, I don't. Which of these are uppers?
I think an Adderall would be considered a downer.
Coming down from Adderall will make you crabby. Xannies probably makes her angry.
Valium's definitely considered a downer.
Not taken because they have proved told her they're going to be testing.
Adderall is not a downer, Chris says. So it must be an upper.
Xannies, Addies, pain pills, Coke, Mary Jane. Dang, all of it.
Well, she's a well-rounded girl, and we all know how round she is.
Mexican and Spanish, the Mexicans have a molcajete. I'll show you what that is. It's not for drugs, though, although it probably was originally.
No, pharmacists used to, when they mixed powders and things, they would grind one pill and things. And
That's a Mexican molcajete. That's to mix, to grind like peppers and seasonings and all that, and you grind it up in there and make a paste
or powder,
or powder.
whichever your little heart's desire.
Paste. So
Paste
Adderall
is easier to suck on. Powder's easier to snort.
She said today on her live that she needs to stop cussing. Really? She said that? I don't remember her saying that. Then again, I was chatting more than usual, I think. It wasn't that exciting. I would play it, but I didn't think it was great.
Had no idea. That was to the instant message. No more cheat skis. I had no idea. Meth makes you angry. Absolutely. And evidently, meth makes you to the point where you can last for several hours in the boudoir, if you know what I mean.
For a male or a female? I guess for a male you're talking about.
Well, it depends. Sometimes meth has different reactions to the males. Sometimes it gives you to where you have that Viagra action, and sometimes it's where you can't even get it up at all. So it has a different... It's different for everybody. Majestic.
She'll probably abuse painkillers and say it's due to pain from her surgery just to keep something in her system. Yeah, I believe that. So you grind your own stevia?
What's a stevia?
Stevia is a leaf where they make stevia, that sweetener.
Oh. Who's that damn dog? Dog, free to good home. Free to bad home. It's just free. Anybody want it?
Ice makes you angry?
Ice definitely makes me angry when it gets shoved down my pants and I'm not expecting it.
Adderall's
not a fan of that shit, let me tell you.
I think she's actually smoking meth because she stays angry, makes up health issues, lies, she moves her mouth, etc. Also, her hand, dirty, red, and swollen.
Well, and, you know, I'm not sure about meth, but I know cocaine makes people paranoid. And there's lots of times where she looks real fucking paranoid.
Oh, yeah, she's always...
And when she's clutching her purse... Messenger.
Oh, good Lord.
Ding dong, Avon calling.
Avon calling.
Right here on my phone, Avon.
People read. Yeah, she does lash out. I mean, that's not that she hasn't done it before, but ray of sunshine lately.
Oh, she's been a fucking ray of something.
Yeah. Well, no, this one's ray of sunshine.
Oh.
Name.
I knew we had the name in here, but I thought somebody was saying that Vanessa was a fucking ray of sunshine.
Yeah, no, she's a ray of something, but not sunshine.
Exactly, that's why I said she's a ray of something.
Well, she talked to her mom. Yeah, I know.
Hey, Madre.
A lot of stuff she does. And of course, she will deny it. Somebody asked me "Oh, you should get her on your program so you guys can talk like a regular civil discussion." I'm like, she'll never do it.
It'll never happen, even if you offered the bitch money. Well, it depends on the dollar amount because everybody's got their price. Everybody will do anything for the right dollar amount.
That's nasty. By the way,
That's because
speaking
you
of-
took it there. This is what I put up with.
did you hear about that
What I put
flight?
up with here.
Where was that flight going? There was a flight going internationally from the United States to Europe. That's all I know.
Helsinki?
Last week, 2 hours into the flight, going over the ocean, they had to turn around and come back because the lady got diarrhea, uncontrollable diarrhea,
Oh my God.
and she ran up from the front of the plane to the back of the plane trying to make it to the bathroom. Didn't make it.
Didn't make it.
It was running down her leg, dropping all over the floor, some of the seats, and people were getting grossed out, and the smell, and they tried to cover it up. Somebody told the captain, one of the flight attendants, said, "No, we have to go back. We're not going to do this for 6 hours." And he turned the plane around over the Atlantic. I think it was Atlanta. Maybe it was New York. I think it was Atlanta. And pictures started leaking out the last few days. And they just showed the aisle of the airplane with like paper towels covering certain spots. And you see brown all over the place.
Okay. Let's just say, for those of you that's never been on an airplane or even seen one, which leaves very, very few people, but if you've never even seen one, picture this.
Oh, God.
Sicily, 1922. No. Picture this. Your ass. Diarrhea. Tuna fish can. That's all I'm going to
What?
say. Your ass
Your
and
ass.
diarrhea in a tuna fish can. Not a pretty picture. Not pretty at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Liz. We saw her do a couple of pills. Wonder what she was doing.
Chris got it. I don't know why you can't get it. Chris got it. Exactly. Oh, shit. Yeah.
I don't get it.
In other words, your ass and diarrhea are not going to fit in a tuna fish can. Worst place in the world to get diarrhea. In a tuna fish fucking can.
Yeah, okay, yes. Obviously.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Now,
Sweet Jesus.
do you feel bad for the lady?
I do. Personally.
I mean, that's embarrassing, first of all.
Well, I mean, but yeah, and if you, how are you going to look at somebody and laugh and giggle at them when they got a case of the squirts? Okay, everybody in the fucking world gets it. Whether you've personally had it yet or not, you fucking will. One time in your life, you're going to get it. And everybody in this world will shit their pants at least once in their fucking life. And I'm not talking as a baby. I'm talking later on in life as an adult or a teenager, whatever. You're going to shit your fucking pants. It's going to happen to you, whether you like it or not. It's a fact of fucking life. I shit my pants in 11th grade in high school. Told the nurse I was sick. Wouldn't send me home. So went to class. I told the teacher, I said, I'm just going to sleep. I'm sick. I don't feel well at all. The nurse won't send me home. So I'm just going to sleep through your class. So I go, put my head down. I fall asleep. And while I'm sleeping, I let one rip. You know how you fart in your sleep? Well, it wasn't gas. It was liquid. Running all down my leg everywhere. So I go back to the nurse's office and I said, I just shit my pants. Send me home. Oh, no, dear. You can go to the boys' locker room, take a shower, and you can wear your gym uniform the rest of the day. Is what the bitch told me. I said, call my fucking father and send my fucking ass home now. First thing I did when I got home was strip and took a shower.
When I feel that, like it's going to be that kind of day, I stay my ass close to home or close to a toilet
Well, and I
because,
felt
and
fine.
I haven't. That hasn't happened to me. Now it's almost happened to me, and I jumped in that shower. Why are we talking about this? Do we not want to talk about this? We don't have to talk about this. I don't have to give graphic details. But let's just say in the shower something happened, and I'm glad it was in the shower.
It'll happen to you at least once in your life. And, maybe not when you're 80 or 90 or 100, but it'll happen to you. I mean, it happens to Biden on a daily fucking basis. That's why he's got presidential ass wipers and diaper changers.
They're on standby. I'm sure he wears, extra heavy duty Depends also.
It happened to fucking Jerry Nadler on live fucking television.
That was pretty gross.
It was, but it happened. So yeah, I mean, it's disgusting, and it can be funny, but think about the poor person. Think about that poor lady. Diarrhea in a fucking flying goddamn tuna fish can. Yeah, not the best place in the world for an attack to hit. Imodium couldn't even stop that.
I hope it's a big airplane where she could just stay in one of the labs and just stay in the bathroom the whole trip. Put your seatbelt on. Maybe that toilet's got a seatbelt on.
Strap her ass to the fucking commode.
Yeah, yes.
Strap in. We're gonna be here for a while.
Was that in the live she did earlier? That 30-minute little short one? You think she wears a diaper? Do you really think she wears a diaper in the car? I don't think so. I don't. Fuck, who knows? I mean, how can you be in your car that long?
So there are people out there, adults.
And I'm only saying this because
they have a diaper fetish.
Okay, but I'm only saying this because we've seen her go 8 hours on a video, on a live, without getting up. And I mean to use the bathroom, not even get up, just to straighten up. She just sat there.
Oh, maybe she's sitting on the bucket. You don't know.
Maybe the bucket is. There you go. There's a hole in her chair. The chair is like glued to the bucket. And whenever she feels like it, she's all right. I'm gonna let go.
She'll just mute she'll just mute it. Let one rip, let one drop, whatever.
Let me see if I can dig that up real quick.
But yeah. So there you're going to have that. Everybody can have a little
I know.
ass blast in life.
Accidents happen. I get it.
I would feel, if that was me and that happened to me on board that airplane, I would feel so bad for my fellow passengers. I mean, if I had it and could afford it, here's my American Express card. Drinks on me for everybody. Get them all drunk.
All right. Do you want here? Let's take a look at some of this.
But I don't have an American Express card. They won't give me one. I don't make enough money.
So when you do American Express and you mess up with them, don't they just ban you for life or something?
Oh, I don't fucking know. How'd that work out with that place you used to work at and your American Express company cards they gave you?
But that was a company corporate card.
Yeah, but it's still reported on your credit as a balance.
Is it really? I don't know. There's nothing on MX on my credit. Really? Nothing at all.
Because I have people that have company cards through American Express, and this is it's dropped their credit score because the companies took too long to pay the fucking credit card bill.
Okay, well, the other thing some people may not realize, American Express is not actually a credit card. It's a charge card. So you make your purchases, and when the
And you
bill
gotta
comes
pay
due in
that
30 days,
motherfucker off.
you got to pay it off.
But they do
Unless
have
you
a
got one of
card
their-
where you're allowed to carry a balance. I'm not sure which
Yeah.
one it is. I think it's the Optima card.
Yeah, one of them other cards are, but the green classic American Express, generally speaking, that's not a credit card. It's a charge card.
And if you're ever lucky enough to get a hold of one of those black American Express cards, look the fuck out. They won't
The
even
metal
give that motherfucker to you unless you have $1 million liquidable assets.
Gotta lower the volume with somebody.
Vanessa,
I can't believe how this video didn't get taken down. We're playing Eddie Van Halen at the beginning. Van Halen. There's a couple of them. This is one of them. I don't know if you.
Real
hey
politics.
guys. Manny, what was that for?
That's in honor of Eddie Van Halen, who passed away today. Eddie Van Halen, who passed away.
What? Whose audio is that?
Somebody's got their radio.
I lowered it.
You won't be able to watch Facebook while we do the live. It's very sensitive that way. Awesome back there.
Eddie Van Halen.
Okay. Audio is that? Did it go away already?
Somebody still has their. Hold on, that's annoying. Hang on.
But Manny decided he wanted to play that. Yeah, well, we actually, Manny, just so, Zach, so you know, we've been using YouTube as we stream our YouTube, and YouTube seems to be fair with us. And we're not using it, and we don't own the rights to it, but we're using.
So this was the first time Vanessa appeared with. This is the first page I was ever on live with, and she was running for something. I can't remember for what.
Well, with the Capitol building in the background, I'm going to Congress.
Well, she did that. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm at the bottom, obviously. The guy in the middle is a little piece of shit twat waffle that I'm not even going to repeat his name.
Roman?
And then on top is Josh. Josh was a good guy. He passed away right before Christmas.
I remember Josh. I like Josh. He's good people.
Yeah, he was. A good guy.
No Marchinsky says Texas Senate.
Okay.
Using specifically YouTube music.
So the guy above me in the middle, he knows his politics stuff, so he went hard at her, and you're going to see the exchange here.
Within this particular thing. Hey, Indiana. Guys, welcome. This is Real Politics Live. It's a little bit later than we planned. Hey, Cameron County Conservatives. We are joined with us today is Vanessa Tijadina. She is a candidate for Texas Senate District 27. Hey, Vanessa, how are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me on here, gentlemen. Thank you, Roman.
Awesome.
Thank you, Manny.
And right above me is a guy by the name of Josh Peltier. He is with the Cameron County Republican, Cameron County Conservatives Facebook page and group, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool. Anything happening in Brownsville today? Because I saw a lot of pictures of some stuff happening in Brownsville. What's going on in Brownsville, man? Josh?
A billboard went up
let me skip
supporting
forward.
our president.
Is the comments? So the comments.
That was forming. Mr. Rosenthal from the Houston Chronicle was the one that broke that story out. So in that time, I was trying to get special ed for my child. So I was just a mom and a nurse at this time. And then I was suddenly forced to become political because nobody was addressing the issue of corruption. Nobody was giving the necessary level of oversight over all the agencies that were failing people. And obviously, it happened under Senator Lucio's watch, the special education issue. It was so bad that I had to petition the State Board of Education. And then I petitioned the U.S. Board of Education after the State Board of Education ignored the whole problem. And Senator Lucio is not only the senator, that basically the highest level of power in Senate District 27, where all of this was happening. He was the chairman of special education. So he was in a position to address corruption, and he was in a position to address the special education issue. And he failed to do both. So what do you do? What are you always taught in government? What do they tell you? If they're not doing the job for you, then you run. That's what I'm doing.
The first thing that we wanted to do today is look at people's campaign finance reports. And the reason we look at campaign finance reports is they were due yesterday. Those of you who are not familiar with Texas law when it comes to campaign finance reports, you have to turn them in whether you're a candidate or an office holder, or even if you lose. And
Okay, this little segment here is what set her off, and it turned into a second program where she demanded to come on and respond to this again.
you still have money, you have to turn it in. And so you usually turn it in semi-annually, but when there's an election season or you're on the ballot or you're involved in some sort of PAC, you have to turn it in 30 days before an election and 8 days before an election. So I want to show everybody here where you can look at campaign finance reports, not just to, they're going to maybe mute the music, not right now. So don't worry, Zach, calm down. Slow down. Anyway, what we'll do is show you where you can look at Vanessa Tijerina's campaign finance reports, Eddie Lucio's campaign finance report. Anybody that's running for state is on the Texas Ethics Commission. So, Manny, you can pull up Google. So you can Google. I just want to show everybody where we can look to help you all out.
You want to go through from the beginning?
Yes. Yeah, from the very beginning. Yeah, please. Sorry. So what he'll do is you're going to search, so you can know, you go to Google and you Google Texas Ethics Commission, Texas Ethics Commission. And when you click on that, are you there, man?
Yeah.
Cool. You just Google Texas Ethics Commission. That's what he did. And you'll get a little thing that says search campaign finance report. You click on that. And when you go down, scroll down just a little bit, you're going to see a simple searches return full report. You click on that. And that'll give you that. And then you can decide what you want to search. You can search filer name, you can search treasurer's name, report number, filer ID, committee acronym. In this case, we're going to search by filer name. Click filer name. And just be, to be fair, we're going to look at your opponents just so we can show his real quick. Type in Lucio, you put Lucio last name or whatever. Manny, you might want to take off the tag like Zach completely off so people can see the screen.
Yep.
Thank you. And there's actually two Eddie Lucios. The lower number is the junior, and the higher number is Eddie Lucio the third. So you'll click on the second one to click. Let's say you want to look at Senator Lucio's campaign finance report.
Okay, let me get out and go back to that page now.
Guys, this is a weird thing with StreamYard, guys, so I apologize, but you have to get like certain permissions when you go from one page to another. So you're going to look at this. And so this is the one that he just turned in that was due yesterday. And he turns it in. If you click on the upper right-hand side, you'll see like little play button. It'll take you to all his other ones. And so whatever he's turning, he has like 48 slides of this stuff. So if you go back to the first page, Manny, just go back. You'll see that he raised contributions of $86,000. That's between.
I'm going to skip forward a little bit till we get to hers.
Or July. He literally had Eddie Lucio money, did not turn it in. Am I right on?
Here we go.
So if he's spending $300,000 in the race, it's a lot of money. Ready? We're gonna look at Vanessa's. That's what pops up for Vanessa. Vanessa,
all zeros.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but you only have July 15. The one that was due yesterday, you did not turn it in. Am I right on that?
I missed it. I missed it.
But you'll be turning it in today, hopefully by midnight, and then you'll have it. Yeah. Just so you know. Yeah.
Zero expenditures. So
Zero expenditures. Okay.
There's nothing out there.
Okay, and you had no raised money, no expenditures between I guess the last filing for that period was February 4th. Zero. Okay, and if you want to, you can look at the other one, Manny, real quick. The second page, so she can see that she did pay a filing fee to get on the ballot. And right there, that is the summary. Itemized expenditure, that is for a filing fee. So in order to run as a Republican, Vanessa, you decided to pay.
Is this the one where she did not pay that herself? Somebody paid that for her, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, then that would be a contribution.
Technically, yeah. See, I don't know how they categorize that as a contribution even before you pay a fee and then you start receiving contributions. I think so what happened was she did not turn hers in on time, and then
pay your filing fee. Is there a particular reason why you went that route as opposed or as opposed to doing a signature?
I thought that signatures were things that was an option that people did when they didn't have the money to do it. And so this seat was really important to me. And there was no way. I know the problem with signatures is that if they're not registered voters, if they can find any reason, it's easier for them to disqualify you from the ballot when you go the signature route. There's so many more things that could happen. And once I pay the fee, it's like, there's nothing they can do about it. My name's there.
And just so everybody knows, if you ever see somebody that didn't turn in a campaign finance report, usually what the Ethics Commission will do is they will fine a person and consider them a delinquent filer. And you can actually go into the campaign finance, into the Ethics Commission page, look at the delinquent filers, and you're going to find there is a lot of people that don't turn in their campaign finance reports and owe money to the Ethics Commission. I highly recommend you, Vanessa, and any candidate that didn't turn in their campaign finance report on time to please turn it in as quickly as possible so that we can have transparency.
Yeah, I'm getting some messages that they want to see hers, and it's like, that's hers right there. We're showing it to you right now.
Okay, if you want to, Manny, click on the PDF file so you can actually see that one if you wanted to. You can see what it is.
Page not found. This one has got nothing in there.
Oh, really?
Click to a dead page. No page there.
The dead page. Well, that's what that
information
is. So feel free to look at it on your own time, guys. I just quickly wanted to look at this because just
I want to skip forward because I know they argue, and then in the second video they really argue. I had to disconnect her. Hang on.
We spent time.
Republican Party's agenda.
Parties don't matter, but for one thing, and that is to put your name on the ballot. That's it.
Manny?
Can I do a quick follow-up question, Roman?
Oh yeah, Josh, go for it.
Yeah, go ahead. Mine was in the.
Sorry, Manny. I didn't mean to cut you off. So
Josh, anyway.
If you're saying that you're an independent thinker, why not just run as an independent? Why pick a party to run with?
Because if I'm really going to do the maximum that I can do and potentiate my ability in this seat, then of course I'm going to roll up my sleeves and into the party that's in power. Why am I going to fight the party that's in power? Why can't I become that party? So traditionally, we've had the Democrats that have been the party of the people. We've had all of this cognitive dissonance, and some of y'all may or may not have heard of that term that are watching. Dissonance means that your culture or something in your life made you start thinking a certain way, and you just adopted that as the status quo, as something that was true and real. And so all this time we've been thinking that the Democratic Party has been the party of the people, and the Republican Party has been the neglectful party. Truth be told, their legislation really probably doesn't take care of the people as much as the Democrats' legislation does. However, I think that we should have a Texas, where both parties work equally as well for the people, where one is not ousted as being the badly behaving party. What we need is that every party that wants to be involved in politics should be equally helping these people, not lagging or being.
Okay, I'm going to skip forward. Try to find
so neglectful that we hold meetings virtually.
What cities do you think you would put a district office in? Usually a state district office will have about 3, depending on the size of the senatorial district.
See, then unless we suddenly start having, issues that are greater than what we've already seen, then the issue with gun control for me is in the schools.
Yes, Angela, you did.
Not so much.
About houses of worship, specifically because that was in the last legislative session.
Well,
And
I would think that's whole for my constituents. Whatever my constituents would want me to fight for, that's what I would fight for.
If you're wondering why I'm looking down, it's because I didn't save my things that you put on my phone, so I apologize. So you don't, at this point, you don't have a stance whether or not you would allow concealed carry license holders to be able to have a gun in house of worship right now. That's
anything that's a very controversial situation. It's something that's, when you are having to pick if it's something that's very controversial, then that needs to be.
Everything is controversial.
Not everything.
Well, the Second Amendment can be controversial.
Legislation to support school districts, and nobody's really going to say no to that in a big way. However, you want to talk about gun control, there's going to be an issue there.
Okay.
And that's going to be a little bit messier. So anything that's going to be a little bit messier, where you're going to have people on polar opposite sides, and they're going to be very passionate, that's going to need to be. You don't
want to take a stance on that issue. That's all right. I respect that. I understand. I have no doubt if you're elected, you would bring your background, your perspective on how to vote.
Let me skip forward here. It just passes me up, so I'll try to
be able to work with Republicans.
That he's the one that raised most awareness to that situation. Listen, first of all, I'm not against charter schools for this reason. Charter schools would not have ever been created if public schools were doing the exact job keeping everybody happy the way that they're supposed to. Okay? We need to remember that. Now they're existent, and so now they're an entity that we have to deal with. Now, you're going to be getting vouchers that could have gone to public school, and you're going to be getting them for your charter school. Are you using government funds for all of these exorbitant expenses? If our public school students are not even near making that kind of do you have private jets for public school? All that money, if it's going to be spent that frivolously, that could be siphoned away to public schools to make them stronger. I have an issue with people having private jets.
Oh, you have issues, all right. You have subscriptions, bitch.
All of that was very necessary. And not only does legislation need to occur, but a congressional investigation needs to happen there.
President Trump and federal courts have.
I might jump to the next video, but that's the one where. Let me see. Let me go. Let me see.
I'm the only candidate still right now. Whereas Franklin, there is no candidate with a proven track record of activism and advocating outside of an elected seat. I'm the only candidate that is not a millionaire. I'm the only candidate that is not part of the compadrismo system, and I'm the only one that's unconnected. I'm the only STEM candidate: science, technology, engineering, and math. I'm the only candidate that is pro-cannabis and pro-hemp industry. And I just explained to you, gentlemen, why that matters. And I'm the only candidate that does not make money off the current system. Senator Lucio makes money off the prison system. And to me, that's a really huge problem. And I have to say that because this is part of my platform. Now, what do I promise to fight for? Because in the end, you cannot promise everybody. What voters want, they know that it's going to be an impossibility for you to get everything that you fight for. What they care about is that you actually deliver the fight that you say that you're going to deliver. That's what they care about. And it's like in love. This is a form of love. It's a romance. That when you're in a relationship with a person, really, it's most endearing when you see the level of care and the level of thought and fight that they have to keep that relationship intact.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with the voters and the politicians. They're going to be very disturbed whenever.
Maybe before the election. That's what we're trying to do for everybody again. Our 7:30 show is very different than our late night show. Our late night show is more fun, free, whatever. But this is more. I think we try to do a serious show for people, and hope you all appreciate it and appreciate our.
Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so
blah 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 blah. Blase blase blase.
Blase blase. So
buttons.
Saw her face up here again somewhere. I gotta look for it. Anyway, she comes back, and I was traveling. I was flying at the time, and she starts blasting my phone. I'm like, yeah, I can't. She's like, why did you answer? I'm calling all day. I'm like, well, I said, I'm busy. I'm working. And she called back to back to back to back over and over and over and over.
Oh, she was stalking you.
That she was upset because Rowan called her out about her campaign finance report that she didn't turn in on time.
She was embezzling.
Crap. If I can't find it now, I'll just have to come back for it. I don't want to keep everybody waiting like this.
Well, that's all right, because I'm drifting.
You're drifting? All right.
I'm drifting. I'm starting to see
sticks. I'll save that.
Become sail away.
I'll save that for tomorrow. Mañana.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
You up for our early one tomorrow, man?
I'm all for early. I like early. Early is good. Early is good. What time are you thinking? 1 a.m.?
We'll figure it out. 7-ish. It's a Sunday.
It is a Sunday.
Losing internet over here. I don't know. Something's going on with this.
It's called Spectrum.
You may be right.
Get rid of
Yeah, I'm gonna dig up that
Spectrum.
the other video, the one where she was angry. She was angry.
Was she angry or was she hangry? Because with Vanessa, it's probably hanger.
So this one was an hour 31. And this one is yep, so it's not that one. Fuck. It's possible we made Real Politics. So Real Politics, the dude wanted to delete videos as soon as we did them. He would want them deleted, which really pissed me off. I was like, why are we deleting these? Leave them up. People missed them. They want to watch.
No
But he
more
added to his
GPs
habit,
found
so-
it, she says. Or he says, they say. See, I see lips all the time, so I just assume it's female.
Who found it? She found it? All right. You're going to message me with it. Probably did. You think that's the one? I don't think that's the one.
Messenger, Manny.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Okay. Bam, if you don't have it in you, just bow out whenever you feel like it.
Oh. Hasta luego.
You're leaving?
I
Fucker.
believe it. I'm starting to. Wow, didn't you see my head go like that a couple of times?
Actually, I did not, but that's okay.
It's like I'm falling asleep sitting up. All right, y'all. Have a great night with VST, the very strange tit woman. Although
All right.
back then she didn't have strange tits; they were just crooked, and they were like little tiny Nerf balls, like one up here, one down here. So it's like, yeah, they were still strange.
Yeah, it is time for Bam to go to bed.
Hasta luego.
Later, Bam. Talk to you tomorrow.
Have a good one. Behave yourself.
All righty.
Gee.
There he goes. Now he's gone. Okay, ready? Here, let's watch this thing. This one we had a bunch of candidates on, all coming in to say a little 5 or 15-minute thing. Pass up to a different page.
Yeah, you don't do that. She can't. It's good. Okay, you don't do that. She can't make it. She's not here. Here's your slot. Here's your link.
Oh yeah, she had a slot. We had a time slot. I had somebody every 15 minutes or so, and she didn't respond. And then she responded. Then she was late, so we were like, "Well, she finally showed up. Do you want to give her time or not?" And yeah.
I trust Manny. They've given her like they've been communicating all day long. Apparently.
Here we got her. We got her.
Oh, right.
Oh, she tried to say that I never sent her a message. And what did I do? Provided the proof. I said, here, look, here's the message. And she was trying to play that card.
Hey, Vanessa, let's go. Hey, Vanessa, good. Okay, you got 5 minutes. What's your problem? What's going on?
No, well, I thought that we were going to do that on another show. I thought this was just going to be the 10 minutes to be able to let people know at the last minute before early voting that I am Vanessa Tijerina and I'm a candidate for Texas Senate. So go ahead.
I'm not going to do that, but I want to know, you wanted me to correct something that I made a mistake on or something. So we only got 4 minutes. So what's up?
4 minutes?
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be about candidate stuff, and I thought y'all were going to remedy the situation in the way that it was created.
Okay.
That's what this time slot was for.
That's fine.
Bring that up right now.
Last Tuesday, did we not discuss your campaign finance report last Tuesday? Yes, we did, right? We looked online.
You stated that I failed. You stated that I failed to. The thing is, you opened up the show.
Yes, I know. We looked at it together. Please. We looked at it together, the campaign finance report together. I asked you where your campaign finance report was.
I wasn't going to argue with you.
Why didn't you? You didn't have to argue with me. You could have.
I knew that I hadn't failed to do anything. Let me know when I can talk.
No. I told you exactly. I asked you, where is your campaign finance report?
So all the time is going to be used with Roman talking.
I'm telling you right now, where was your campaign?
So you're telling me.
I'm asking you, where was your campaign finance
So
report?
you're gonna ask me? You're gonna let me answer?
asking you where your yes. Answer the question.
I did not have to file a campaign finance report 30 days before because I filed
Modified campaign report that I didn't know about.
modified.
I didn't know about
Roman, are you gonna let me speak? Are you gonna
I am
speak over
gonna
me?
talk. I'm
Are you
literally
gonna
telling
let,
you.
okay, you know what? Let me know when I can speak.
Go ahead and say what you got to say right now.
Thank you. Gracias. I came on the show for the first time with you gentlemen.
I know
And
that.
Jesús.
Just
Tell
go
me
on.
when I can
Just go
talk
on.
without
Just
being
go on.
We're having
interrupted.
a conversation. You had a conversation with Manny all day long that I didn't even know was going on. You had a conversation while he's been traveling the whole day, and you
We're
accused
gonna let
us.
Roman talk.
Go ahead. Let me
All
talk
of this
if you
is
want to.
literally just me on the screen with Roman talking.
Yes, because we only have 10 minutes for you, and you were supposed to be here at 7:45, and you weren't. It's not my
Do
fault.
not send me the link. Show me the proof where you send me
Oh,
the
you're
link. My
not-
viewers had to go on your show to beg you for
Okay,
the
look,
link.
flat out. You did not turn in campaign
And I
finance
will.
report.
I didn't
asked you
have
where
to
it
turn
was.
in a
I know
campaign
you
finance
didn't because
report.
you didn't tell us.
I didn't have to
I
turn
didn't
in a
know that at
campaign
the
finance
time.
report. I didn't
I
have to turn
did
in a
not
campaign
know
finance
that
report. I didn't have to turn in
Okay,
a
so the
campaign
whole
finance report. I
problem.
didn't have to turn in a campaign finance report. I
And
didn't
why
have
did
to.
you tell me that?
problem
And your show implied that I failed to
No,
do
I didn't
so.
imply anything because
Yes,
you didn't tell
did.
me.
Rewind. Go
You
to the
did
live
not
video.
tell me.
Go to the live
You did
video.
not.
I don't have to tell you. This is not
Yes,
up for
you
the
do.
debate. This
I
happened.
asked you a question.
This is a
Why
live
was the
video.
campaign finance
You
report
told
not
me,
there?
Vanessa, you failed. I don't see it. I don't see it here.
Exactly. I
You
don't
all
see
left
it.
the
Why
audience
wasn't
with
it?
that
Why didn't
impression.
you tell me
You
that?
all left the audience with that impression.
No,
You
of
did.
course, because you didn't want to tell me why it wasn't there. How was I supposed to know you filed a modified campaign finance report?
How were you? Why did you assume? Why did you
Because
assume
most
that you had all the
candidates have to
answers?
turn in a campaign finance
Why
report.
did you assume that because you didn't
Because
see
you're
one
a
somebody
normal
failed to
candidate.
do something? Why did you
You don't-
assume because you didn't see
Because
one
you
someone
told me
failed
that
to
you
do
can't
something?
file a
Why did
campaign
you
modified
assume?
campaign finance
Why did
report.
you assume? Why did you
Because
assume?
most
Why did
candidates
you
have to do
assume?
that.
Okay,
did
so
you
Almost
the
most
beginning,
candidates.
Why
the
did you
beginning,
You know what?
assume?
Look,
Why did
here's
you
the question
assume?
for you.
Why
Last
did you assume?
Last question. You
Are you
turned
gonna
in
let me
a-
talk?
No, I'm gonna ask you a
Are you
question.
gonna let me
Yes.
talk?
On February 7th, you turned in a campaign treasurer nomination form. Did you not? February 7th. Did you?
Gentlemen,
Did you on February 7th?
first of all, I can open up our messages between me and this page. You're
No,
not going
you
to
and Manny,
railroad
not
me.
me.
You're
You
not
and
going to
Manny.
railroad me
Turned
like
it on.
this. You're
Manny,
not
you
going
have
to
anything
railroad
to
me
hide?
like this. You're not going to railroad me like this. Are you
I'm
going to
not
let me
railroading
talk
you.
or not?
it's not
I'm
railroad.
asking
I'm
you
just
a
asking you the question.
Moderate him. Deal with him.
Nomination form on February 7th. Did you?
Deal with him. Deal with
You
him.
asked you
I'm
the
asking
question.
you
You
a
just gotta
question.
answer it.
All of this play out. 140 people are watching you do this.
That's fine. You didn't come on at 7:45. You've been demanding
You did
Manny
not
all
send me
day
a
long.
link.
Come on.
You did not send me a link. You did not send me a link. You
Manny
did not
did
send me a
send you a
link until
Manny
my
sent you a
people went on your page.
No.
Links were
Manny-
sent, and I'll
Look at
show
that.
you that
You
documentary.
Show it.
from
Show
there.
it. You have it. Show
You're
the
not
timestamp.
I'm not doing it right now. I got a
You just want to
screenshot.
railroad me. Look at what's happening here.
This is where people said it would go. He asked you a question. Just
Exactly
answer
what
that
people said
question.
it would go.
Why did you turn in a treasurer nomination form on February 7th? Why?
Because I had to turn something in like that.
Why did you turn it in when you expended money, $1,250? Why did you not turn in a nomination form?
Because this is the first campaign that I'm in.
No,
This is- I did
you
not-
never ran for mayor?
failed to understand.
You never
You're
ran for
gonna
mayor?
let me answer or
You never ran
not?
for mayor.
Roman, are you gonna let me answer
Yes,
or not?
I will ask you. I'm
Are you
asking
gonna
you.
let
Never
me
run for
speak
mayor.
uninterrupted? Are you gonna let me speak uninterrupted?
It's already 7:56.
Are you gonna let me? There you go. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to eat up the time
No,
you
that's
talking.
not.
That's
You're
it.
ranting and raving,
That's
and I'm
what
asking you questions. It's not
That's
hard. You
exactly
turned in a campaign
what
treasury
happened
report on February
This
6th.
show
Has the text
is
that
live.
you can find
This
it.
show is live.
I know it's
You
not.
never gave me a
Did the
chance. You
campaign
ate up
know?
my time.
Did
You ate up all my time. That's
You
all
can
you
do
did,
all
and you
you
still
want to.
didn't get the outcome that you thought you were gonna get.
No, the outcome is simple. Did
No,
you
the
turn in
outcome is this.
No.
The outcome is that
Has
you
the
failed
text
to
that the
send me a
commission
link.
find you?
No, the outcome is that
Veronica,
you
just
failed to
answer
send me a
that
link.
question and
You
move
failed
on.
to send me a link.
Vanessa,
My people had to come and ask you for a link.
I'm sure they did. Your people had to do that. I appreciate that. But Manny's had sent it to you before 7:45.
Manny, where did you send it to me?
To Facebook Messenger.
You did not send it to Facebook Messenger, Manny.
It's
People can look
documented.
at our
I'll send
messages.
you a screen.
You
I'll
barely
send you a
sent it after
screenshot.
people told you.
I can
Mira-
send you a
Mira,
screenshot.
and then you sent it to me. You sent it to me from your profile after you sent it to you from Real
I sent you
Politics.
a screenshot
All
on
of this
Facebook.
happened after.
All right.
After the
Well, we
fact,
got to move
after
on. If you want to
7:45.
come back later,
Yeah, no, we have time for you. We'll come back, but you did not answer my question. Has the Ethics Commission fined you
For the record, I had the screenshot, I had the proof, and she was not happy.
not having a nomination form and expending money?
They absolutely did find me. And what do you want about that, Roman? I forgot, and I didn't know about that. That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I know it's
You
not.
never gave me a chance. You ate up my time. You ate up all my time. That's all you did, and you still didn't get the outcome that you thought you were going to get.
No, the outcome is simple.
No, the outcome is this. The outcome is
has the Texas Ethics Commission fined you?
No, the outcome is that you failed to send me a link.
question and move
Failed
on.
to send me a link.
Vanessa,
My people had to come and ask you for a link.
I'm sure they did. Your people had to do that. I appreciate that. But Manny's had sent it to you before 7:45.
Manny, where did you send it to me?
Facebook Messenger. She had no
You did not send it to Facebook Messenger, Manny. People can look at our messages. You barely sent it after people told you.
I can send you a screenshot.
Mira, and then you sent it to me. You sent it to me from your profile after you sent it to you from Real Politics. All of this happened after.
All right. Well, we got to move on. If you want to come back later.
Yeah, no, we have time for you. We'll come back, but you did not answer my question. Has the Ethics Commission fined you for not having a nomination form and expending money?
They absolutely did find me. And what do you want about that, Roman? I forgot, and I didn't know about that. That doesn't matter. The fact is,
I'm asking you.
Wrong.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
I failed. I had to amplify my voice with these men talking over me. Mira, this is what it's like for women in politics. This is what it's like for women in politics.
That's what it is, Vanessa.
This is what it's like. This is live TV. This is what it's like. 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 Vote Vanessa Tijerina. Please vote for Vanessa Tijerina. If you do not like men doing stuff like this,
because what you did to Manny all day long. I'm endorsing Santa Lucia. God bless you. Bye-bye.
I cut her off because she.
For now, I need to cut this off right here.
Well, next candidate. Sorry, guys. She had an opportunity to tell me last week on Tuesday when I asked her why there was not a campaign report on October 5th. She had an opportunity to tell me I don't have to because I have a modified.
So I pulled the plug and I cut her off. And at that point, remember those videos? It was at that point she knew she fucked up. It was at that point that I knew that I had pissed her off, and I wasn't trying to. I was honestly trying to let her speak, and I kept saying, just get on with it, just stop. And she kept, instead of answering his question, she wanted to answer mine about, oh, you didn't send me the link, and my people. He's like, she didn't have people. She only has herself. She didn't have people, like a team or anything like that. And this was after she'd been bothering me. I'm on the road. I was flying from Denver to Houston and then Houston to Brownsville. And from Denver, she was bringing my phone off the hook. And then finally in Houston, I answered her. I'm like, I'm not ignoring you. I'm traveling and I'm not, it's hectic. I'm walking from gate to gate and I'm trying to get home. And that's when I called Roman and I said, look, she wants to talk. She wants to clear that up. She says we were in the wrong. She believes she was in the right. She did get fined by the Texas Ethics Committee for not submitting her campaign finance report, which, as you just heard, the $1,250 fee to run is considered an expenditure, and she did not turn one in. She said she didn't have to turn one in, like this. You had to turn one in. And she thinks we were trying to make her look bad on purpose. Now, to some extent, we knew how she was. So I'll say that guy, he was trying to give her the business a little bit, trying to get her to, make herself accountable. And you saw what happened. She got how she gets. And then she tried to make it that, oh, we're a bunch of men and we don't, that's how we're going to treat women in politics and all that stupid crap. Yeah, whatever. Keep talking your crackness. And that was the last time. So I'm pretty sure from that point on, I was a hater because I'm the one that pulled the plug on her, and she's fully aware of that right now. Or at the time, she found out that I was the one who disconnected her. And I honestly wanted to keep it going, but it was just all this talking over each other, and she wouldn't answer her. She didn't want to go there. So like, I can't. And I just killed it right there. So those two were the times where we had her on as a legit candidate. And the first interview you saw, I gotta say, she didn't do real bad. And we talked after the program was over, not her, he and I, the three of us, and we're like, maybe, I don't know. It was not that crazy like we thought it was gonna be. But we got a lot of hate, even before the first one, even before the interview started. I think we announced it about 7 to 10 days before the show. And we got a lot of hate saying you guys are dumb for having her on. She's a problem. She's a drug addict. And you're just doing it for the views, and you're just doing it for the, And to a certain extent, that was true. The reality is she was a candidate. So we had her on as a candidate. She was a legit candidate. So why wouldn't we have her on and let's see what she's got to say? And, if she would have handled herself differently, and drugs were not in the picture, or alcohol, whatever her issues were, she might have had some career in politics. Could have had. I don't think that's a possibility anymore. But anyway, yeah. So that was that. That was Once Upon a Time. When was that? Do you know when that was? That was I'm looking for this was on October 12th of 2020. So this was right before the beating that she took, because that was on Christmas Eve of 2020. So that's how that time frame worked out. And a lot has happened since then. A lot. Right, Christy? Yeah, October 2020. And yeah, that was something. And I remember we were debating on, do we have her on? Do we not have her on? What's going to happen if we have her on? She's going to get crazy. Or crazy people are going to come out of everywhere, not protesting, but saying, why are you having her on, and all this and that. And that's exactly what happened. We were getting some nasty hate messages. Mostly, why are you having this crackhead on? She's a joke, and why are you doing this? And it was nuts. And we got hate before, during, and after. And it took us a while to decide, do we really want to have her on? Do we want the backlash? Do we want because it would generate some publicity. And we kept saying, what they say, any publicity is good publicity, even if it's like bad. So we did. And like I said, the first interview, kind of pleasantly surprised. And then after that, Roman kept saying, oh yeah, she got fined by the ethics committee. She didn't file on time. And when she heard that, she started messaging, and she wanted her to come back, and she wanted 15 minutes to explain herself. And so I put her in that slot. She was late. She tried to say I didn't send it to her. Later, I showed proof. I showed the screenshot. There it is. Look at the time. It was earlier in the day. So she's freaking crazy. She was trying to That was pretty funny. Very funny. Let's see. This is December. No, I'll leave that one as that. Anyway, I think I'm done for the night. I thought she might be going live, and we might jump on that for a little bit, but that's all right. There's always tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the programming for tonight. I do have to get up really early in the morning. So we'll call it an evening for today. Thank you all for being here so much. I'll dig up something else that's older for tomorrow. The other day I was looking at her Roy. I was watching that one. It was embarrassing. I felt bad watching it. Maybe we'll do one of those or something. I don't know. I'll pick something out of the vault. So, all right, everyone, have a great night. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all, and have a good Sunday. And we'll talk tomorrow evening. Cool. Good night, everybody.